happened?
Hey y'all, I am going live because I am disgusted. I am going live because I'm going to stream something right now and I'm disgusted. Let me tell my Discord. I'm going to stream a little bit of this protest that they're doing outside of the house. And this is a neighbor starting this protest who's freaking sitting there and I just heard a guy call a police officer a chong. I'm disgusted. Now, I will say Leilani and Billy Joel. Hey, Panthera. Hey, Izzy. Patron. Y'all can see for yourself. If this is what people think is going to get the job done, it's freaking disgusting. Now I got to turn it on. Hey, Aussie True Crime. Hey, Craze. Anybody that wants to come up can come up. Oh, by the way, hey, Aussie True Crime. By the way, this woman said that at the beginning of this, she said, Daily Mail's going to want this in the morning, but this is my footage. Well, genius, if you're on Facebook Live, yeah, sorry. This is a neighbor, y'all, that I've about had it with. Oh, don't worry. She was waiting. Here, guys. So she was waiting to give this to Dolly and whatever. But I was like, no, I'm disgusted. I told Punk Cat, I was like, I'm going live. I'm going to stream this because this is awful. So Yvette, this is some neighbors and apparently other people protesting right now outside of their house. And I missed the part where they called the officer a chong and like told him that they don't care and all this stuff. But that's after I heard the woman say that she was waiting for the Daily Mail to get this footage in the morning. Now, Daily Mail pays for this, so this woman. So I'm actually doing this and streaming this to cut off. I don't want her to have the ability to sell it. I know that's passive aggressive. Sorry about the glitching. I don't know about y'all, but the woman sounds like she might need a couple of. Yeah, Aussie, I agree. Hey, Cool Gamer. I'll fill you in too about the front end of this video here.
do that with my
You
divorce.
guys, I am
my
so
ex and
sorry.
but she's like, you know.
I had it muted. Can you hear it now? I'm an idiot.
I mean, we got out of that, but you know, you go through divorce.
Hey, Sandy. Hey, Missing
They
Life.
calling you, but shit, I slammed the door in the bitch's face. Will try to take my baby.
Can you hear it now, y'all?
Open, close. It wasn't even a case. But they had to.
I had it muted.
Back then, they'd be called. They had to investigate. Now you got to call 800, and then you know.
Listen to this, y'all. This is.
My kids are like. None of that's true.
No peace.
But like.
No justice.
Now
no peace.
you got to call them 800 times.
Get another house, do another room.
Look.
Come on, go out to the
Where you at? Ain't there somebody?
I'll bring the tequila.
Let's see what
Ain't there somebody in that Ain't that your husband, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ain't there somebody right there?
Sam, is there somebody in that window, baby?
There was.
I thought there was.
Yeah, there was.
I'm not blind as hell.
Come on.
I'm so bad.
We'll watch this for a couple minutes more, and then I'll fill you in on what
okay, so your name is?
it happened.
Ansley, say what's different.
Tell my cuss. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, y'all don't come at me. I'm awful with names.
Fuckity fuck, fuck, fuckity fuck, fuck, fuck.
And they're not even there anymore. Aussie, they're coming back Monday.
Come on.
Allegedly.
Damn, they don't care.
For me, just so we can get this out there.
Their pay. Great, they don't get
Alani is home, and Billy Joe is home. And all I did was ask her if she would like to say
That's a lie. I watched that whole first part.
a prayer.
Okay, Jen.
And she cussed me out. I got her on camera. She kicked our ass. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace.
We know y'all can't sleep, but that baby is asleep
Hey.
forever.
Hey.
You said the cops wouldn't let you come down.
Hold on.
Sometimes babies don't sleep all night.
Ah, it keeps glitching.
Mine didn't. One didn't at first. Slow down, asshole. Sorry, y'all.
All right, like 20 more
I
seconds.
won't cuss no more. These are my good ones.
Okay, there you go.
That's
Sorry.
Jeffrey.
Sorry, good people.
This
Y'all
guy
are
right
good.
here.
Never mind.
Listen, the oldest kid, his dad was the one in court. His brother's
Oh, okay.
the oldest kid. He's the uncle. He's the baby's uncle on the daddy side, though.
Mm.
On the opposite side. Look.
That's either
Sounds like a BB gun.
That's either a BB gun or a.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, that
rifle.
motherfucker that lives there that keeps driving off in that car.
I know, Jax, right? That's how she
Well,
sounded
y'all
all
didn't see
week.
my video on
Watch the
Facebook.
fires.
Me hit my target. I put on there for a
Exactly,
reason.
Amber.
Let me watch what I say. It's just a video.
Did she just say there's a BB gun or so, there's a...
Light on it when they were outside because of the light coming from the inside of the house. You could the
Y'all can
flashlight.
show
didn't
out
leave
for
I
the
think I
cops,
got it because people
because
seen
they
it.
covering y'all's asses too.
Hey, in the bushes. The cops aren't doing...
Y'all got that camera.
Oh, he's trying to start his car. It's ticking over. They're trying to start our other car, that truck over there.
Yeah, y'all go on my Facebook if they didn't block.
One of y'all hold one
Get
this
over here
way.
so you don't get run
I guess they ain't gonna come back out tonight.
over. No, I'm gonna let him see it.
Okay, that's enough.
That's all right though. I got them on video and I know where they at.
know the girls that were in that car was in the back of the car completely forgot when they drove off.
No,
I
it
guess
was on
not.
the side. It was on the.
I went live early because I started and I just about fell out of my chair. Hey in the bushes, sorry if I missed anybody because I was so mad when I first saw this and she'll eventually post this, I'm sure. But what no one saw was originally they were screaming at the police because, of course, Billy Joe called the police again. And so they were screaming at the police, really awful, and then saying to the police that it was like, you got to get back. You can't be on their property. They couldn't be in the road or on the property. And they were yelling at the guy, and they were like, well, what do you think of what's your opinion? And he's like, I have no opinion. He said, do you know how many kids right now are out there like getting, having this type of situation? He's like, I don't have an opinion on, like, he can't say anything because he's a cop. And Leilani's brother was out there, I believe the youngest one, and they were back and forth. And then Billy Joe apparently said something to them to the effect, I don't know what, they were in a fight, but
So are they back home?
they are. So Billy Joe and Leilani are allegedly back home, and Leilani stuck her head in the window a couple times. And according to this woman or whatever, I heard a couple of them say, will you let your baby overdose? And you blah, blah, blah. I haven't heard that anywhere. So I don't know if they're just throwing out things. But I did hear the woman say, hey, Punkette, no, you're not late. I went live earlier because I wanted to out this woman because I heard her say that something about she was going to give this to the Daily Mail. And if you know anything about the Daily Mail, Daily Mail, from my understanding, pays for a lot of their stuff. And I've seen this woman she's a neighbor allegedly, but has really kind of exploited the situation with her videos and stuff. And she said something about giving it to Dolly, whoever that is, because Dolly is allegedly not there anymore. But hey, Mother Goose. But it was just really disgusting. And if she ends up posting it, I'll play some of it at the beginning. But they, were in the arguments with this Paul, allegedly, or he said, I heard the guy say, well, you can't tell me that somebody came down the street and took him. So I don't know if that's the narrative that Paul is trying to say, or that's the narrative they're now trying to say. I don't know.
That someone took him?
Yeah. And I don't know if that's...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have her on camera. Or they have something big. I think they'll be able to
for
get
sure.
her.
Well, and somebody said that she needs to be arrested because she's a violation of probation. And we'll talk about that. But a charge for a violation of probation is not going to hold. Like what? What's the bond for a violation of probation? Like $12?
Not much. They'll be able to get her out, yeah. Yeah, it would probably be like $1,200 and 10% of that or some shit like that.
Exactly. So I think it was Sandy that said, or Yvette, like, tempers are high. I understand that. We're all very frustrated. I get that. But nothing has changed with the police. So something that hit me last night, and that, hey, Jingles, when we were on panel and stuff, and that is very true. I saw somebody put something similar, and then Legacy on Twitter put that too. They have footage of her doing something, right? But they probably don't have footage of actually Quinton.
They can't prove what it is.
Right. They have to prove Quinton exists. Like,
yeah.
They have to prove it was him. And so they have to find any little piece of him, which is awful. We're on day 3, still nothing.
All she has to say is that it was trash in there or something else.
Exactly.
And let it create even a little shred of reasonable doubt in somebody's mind. They need to prove that it was him in that bag.
unfortunately, or whatever it was,
Absolutely.
you know.
Yeah.
So I have to
What are
ask
they going to
you,
arrest her for right now? Violation of probation? Or go up because she threw something away?
did
Like,
you watch that live that one creator did who's talking to
no, I'm
kids?
about to call that out too. I didn't watch it, but I've heard about it.
Man, that ooh,
Because I'm over it. I just said to Punk
me
Cat, I was
too.
like, I'm done. Like, this is freaking
Why is
ridiculous.
anybody even sticking up for these people? I'm sorry, but like clear
John
like
Wells.
yeah, like all right, like she stuck up. Like even if Candace and Don were innocent, they're still shit freaking parents. I mean, like why does she white knight for these terrible parents? Like
Because no
come
one
on.
else will, and that'll bring views. So,
Man,
somebody
that
made a
had
good
me so
point.
mad. They were making fun of the babysitter too, saying like
She's at
talking
fault, or she has a fault in this.
yeah, and like talking about her. Like what the hell does the babysitter have any fault in this? The baby, I mean, I get the babysitter could have probably reported those bruises, but honestly, if you're in the babysitter's positions, kids at that age get bruises. You know what I mean? At least she said something to the mom or the the grandmom, which
What's she
I
supposed to
believe
do?
is true because Leilani wrote on her
Yeah.
Facebook, "Oh, I can't even horseplay with my kids," which I'm gonna guess that coincides with the babysitter saying something
Oh,
about.
that is a good point. I didn't even think about that. Well, yeah, and then Billy Joe pretty much confirmed it when, she didn't,
Yeah,
when the babysitter said, I sent you the
and they
bruises.
wouldn't
And
even have called 911 if it wasn't for the babysitter, correct?
yep,
So,
yep.
I mean, let's be real here. I don't I get that she did these Facebook lives, but I can't really blame her. She was freaking pissed that Billy Joe came running in her house accusing her of that. So she probably felt a little bit like, people are going to think bad of me. I should probably say something, and I don't agree with people running and talking about it publicly, but I
She
don't think
hasn't
it's her.
done one in a while. I
I know, but
mean,
I'm saying like I don't think
yeah,
she's trying to exploit it. I think she was trying to
no
explain
way.
herself because she was frustrated. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
Hey, Daniels. Yeah, and
anyone
absolutely,
to
if she
say that,
wanted to
that she's
exploit
at
this
fault.
case, she could exploit it.
Yeah.
No one knows more about what went on in that house probably than her.
Yeah. And like I think she did the best she could. I mean, she could have probably went a step further, but at the same time you have to, take that into
Hindsight is
account.
2020, like you're saying. I mean, yeah. But
Yeah.
what's she supposed to
Exactly,
do?
Chloe Joe.
Where would Chloe say? How come I can't? Oh, out. Yeah, okay, there's shit. Yeah, like you can't. I'm sorry, y'all, and I don't have any issues. I understand if a creator takes a different side, that's fine. Like we're all entitled to our opinions, and you know, but to threaten to go real life on the babysitter, I said, I would have grace with the baby. I would have grace with Granny if you showed me proof that there was grace, and there's not proof. Okay, so this is what we know now. If you saw my community post, you can't deny what they were there to do last night. They were there to party.
Yeah.
We saw let me go to, I can't even remember my own freaking community post. Oh, duh.
I was giving Billy Joe grace up until last night. I was trying my best to give her grace,
I mean,
She couldn't
yeah,
have
through
known
everything. I
whatever,
tried.
but come on. I would never be out partying while police are searching a landfill for my grandkid. I would be sitting at home waiting by the phone, like going crazy. I probably wouldn't even be able to get out of bed, let alone go to some bar and partying and taking shots with my daughter who admitted to me was responsible for this. Like, come on.
Yep. And hey, Emily. Hey, Rebellious. I'm sorry if I didn't see you. Oh, shout out to Rebellious. I just got today the most coolest true crime junkie Tumblr. I'll take a picture of it tomorrow. But my son took it. So he keeps, I'm like, give me my Tumblr back. But yeah, so what I posted on the community post was from Daily Mail. They were there from 5 to 8 last night. I'm going to guess they were probably only there till 8, or not last night, the night before, when people started to realize who it was. So police have already contacted with the bar and requested surveillance footage of their 3-hour drinking session. So, like, the police have the footage. And the other thing was that we've seen the picture where it is proven that that number, it's a missed call. So, you know, I don't think it was Billy Joe. I think Leilani used Billy Joe's phone to try to communicate with this waiter. But I mean, so you're telling me they're out pimping down and party. Like, if they're just going out for a nice casual dinner to just, you know, eat and get away, okay. But they weren't doing that. No way.
Even that
Like,
is like a little off. Like, I don't even
poor
that
taste.
is, yeah. Like, order Uber Eats and sit at home and wait till, like, I just going out to, like, staying in a hotel and going to like a bar and drinking. It's just so. Ugh.
I'm sorry, that was just really 100%, Sandy. 100%. Somebody said something though that really made, or I wanted to address because they were right. They said it was, oh no, it was in this article. It's the person says, the article says that so here we go. It says, you'd think they would be quiet, but they weren't. This is from like the wait staff. It was like they wanted attention. There were around 6 of them in the group. And they ran up the $300 bar tab, and police have the footage now. But that whole thing of, if it was like they wanted attention, something is going on. Like, this is not normal behavior. I don't know if they're trying to run with the, you know, would this make it so an insanity type of thing, like that she's, you know, her behavior is off. I don't know. Hey, Pamela, what their motive is, but something is really off. I don't know. What are your thoughts on it?
Like, what do you mean, like going out and
Like,
stuff?
yeah,
Like,
going out, this erratic behavior of wanting attention. Like the wait staff says, I mean, we see pictures of her. She was having a good time. Like, something is just, why would they do this? Why?
I think they're just like a toxic ass family. Like, that's just, that's how like, I don't know why, but that's just like the vibes I get. Like, you could tell between the mom and the daughter, you know, one week she's paying to have her evicted, and now they're freaking throwing back tequila shots together. Like,
Well, your grandson apparently was killed by your daughter, who's sitting next to you with, yeah, Jen, they were doing top shelf. They, so I messed up the word last night, and so now I got to keep saying it like that because it's, I was calling it what'd I say? Patron tequila or something.
Yeah, Patron.
Patron or something. I said it completely the wrong way.
Yeah,
But
you said
yeah.
Patron.
Yeah, so there was like a Tuesday night special, like buy one, I don't know, some special, but they wanted the top shelf liquor. And 2 for 1. Thank you, Panthera. But somebody had a really good point, and I gotta find it. They said Leilani was on WIC, and they paid the babysitter $15 a day or whatever. You know, would she make $15?
That's insane to me.
But they can spend $300 on.
That's so cheap for a babysitter. Like, that alone is, you know what I mean? God bless this woman for babysitting that kid for like close to nothing, and they didn't give her supplies half the time, so she probably use that in a day just to take care of them.
Yeah.
Makes me
And
sick.
now she was in the babysitter was in that live, but all she continued to put was justice for Quinton. Like she hasn't been, out there doing, like there's somebody just had a really good article.
Honestly, I think her going to the bar will hurt an insanity plea if that's what she tries to pull.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, hold on. There was a good. So Brother Joe apparently commented, and I have his thing that he wrote. So Legacy says the search continues. This is not going to be quick. I'll have to keep looking for it. I'll look for it when you're saying something. This is, how about I show you guys what I'm looking at as I sit here and just look at you. Very violent family for sure. I mean, there was definitely some during this whole debacle of a protest thing. You could see that. I mean, there was some definite fights about to ensue. But again, police were called yet again. I couldn't or wouldn't want to even look at liquor if I thought she'd right or Layla right. Perhaps the bar raiding was a distraction from something. Get people over there paying attention to that. It's highly possible, Jules. Okay.
Do you think they'll be able to find him?
I'm very afraid. I have a very. So somebody said we can expect an update tomorrow from Ellie.
Because there has been a case where like cases where similar things happen and they haven't been able to find them. So it worries me that they won't be able to, because if they don't, I mean, they need to, like, unless.
I'm very concerned.
Yeah.
I'm very concerned. And if they don't, then what? Look at this picture.
Oh my gosh, he's adorable. How could you hurt that baby? Like, look how adorable this. It blows my mind when looking at pictures of these kids. They're just like the cutest things, and it's like, how could anybody even like hurt a child?
I don't know. That's what I Am Legacy I follow on Twitter, and I really like his stuff. He said that he wants, or I don't know if it's a girl or. Hold on, let me look him up. He has some good stuff. He has the thing. I don't know if he has a YouTube channel or she or who, but I wanted to watch this. I don't know what this is. He basically just saying, like, I want justice for Quinton more than anybody else, but like we have to do it the right way.
Yeah.
And so let's talk before we watch that video. Let's talk about what is the big news, right, that everyone's talking about, the probation. So apparently her charges were for stealing. Oh, thank you, Aussie True Crime. Were for stealing 2 packs of cigarettes. Do you remember what the charges were?
Stealing 2 packs of cigarettes, like a lemonade, a bag of chips, and like something else stupid from the friggin' gas station. Like, she got a whole felony for stealing
Here we go.
lunch at a gas station.
2 packs of cigarettes, 1 bag of popcorn, and 1 lemon flavored drink from the Love's truck stop she used to work in North Carolina. Somebody told me though that North Carolina doesn't screw around with that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's a deal with the court she pled to a lesser sentence if Leilani completes the stipulations of the probation. The county's clerk of court's office confirmed this afternoon. So everybody is saying, like, well, arrest her then for she broke probation last night by being out or something. But we're trying to decide on Parker's PI, or somebody said Parker's Pirates for the members thing, but what could she be arrested on, I guess, like, is my because she's not supposed to be involved in any criminal activity. I guess I'm not sure what she could be arrested for from being out and drinking. I mean, do you have any idea?
No. I mean, as long as she's 21 and
Yeah, maybe somebody in chat would know what the outrage is, what that would drinking. That's the only thing I can think of. Izzy girl, is that she's not supposed to be drinking. And she completed it.
Unless she has some kind of like charge that they made it like another charge where she has some stipulation where she's not supposed to be drinking. But I mean, if she's 21, I don't see how they could,
Look at her. She ain't grieving. She's not grieving. And people are like, well, maybe she was just out, having having dinner and stuff. Dude, I mean, come on, look at her face. And I don't usually judge. She is not. And then we've got, Billy Joe. She just wants her pool fixed. And that, the other day, let's watch what this is. I don't know what it is. It says, so Legacy puts, we can expect an update from Ellie tomorrow. This is just the associate. We'll see what they have to say.
3 days. Police and FBI have been actively searching the waste management landfill off of Little Neck Road, and that's where they believe they will find Quinton's remains there.
Our Camille Syed speaking with the criminal justice Georgia Southern professor who has been following the case. She joins us now live with more on why he thinks police are handling the case this way.
Yeah, Mike Dawn, on October 5th, 20-month-old Quinton Simon's disappearance started as a quest to find him alive. Now it's a search for his remains. The FBI are searching a landfill very close to this command center. Now, there are so many questions that have yet to be answered by law enforcement into how Quinton disappeared. And I spoke to a Georgia Southern professor who explained to me why investigators may be so selective about the information they share and why they may not have made an arrest.
This is definitely the biggest case in a long time.
Quinton's mother, Leilani,
I'm sitting there talking to myself. If it keeps glitching, Kate, I might have to have you share it.
is the only suspect. Police
might not be much better because Dave gaming.
Yeah, my kid's on a
warfare. The new Modern Warfare came out, so that's why
that's what mine is playing.
Tonight.
Yes,
yep.
My son plays it. All right, just bear with the glitching, guys.
In Quinton's death and disappearance, but police.
Oh yeah, Billy Joe was on her bike. That was Billy Joe on the bike.
They
Hey,
hadn't
Aaron.
arrested her because they don't want to jeopardize.
Hey, Aaron.
All right. Well, this isn't going to work.
Anything
that would harm future prosecution.
Associate Criminal Justice Professor at Georgia Southern, Chad Posick, says in cases of a missing child this young, it's typical for the child's parents or someone close to the child to be responsible for their disappearance. He says they can arrest Leilani Simon before they find Quinton's remains.
Oh, I got to hear this. I'm not going to.
But they may have a more solid case.
I think that's kind of what we figured.
Yeah, basically they just want a more solid case before they do it, which I don't blame them.
I think they're looking for remains for the body, some evidence that can really tie the perpetrator to the victim.
He says police may not have the evidence yet that prosecutors will need.
But certainly if they have enough to make an arrest and bring it to court, means that they've either talked to a witness or they found something pretty key in the home or at one of the sites that they had been previously searching.
Police also haven't gone into detail about what evidence they found that led them to believe Quinton was put into a dumpster and taken to this landfill, or why Leilani Simon is believed to be responsible for Quinton's death.
In a case like this and the magnitude of the case, police are going to be very careful not to do anything that would jeopardize.
Come on.
They're making the right decision.
Yeah.
This case, if it went to trial or any plea bargaining. And
well, you guys get the gist.
So especially when you have the disappearance and you may have a body somewhere, everything from who they interview, the way they do their investigation, to the search for any remains, any little thing can upset that case if it's done incorrectly.
Okay.
He also says police may not want to put all the information and evidence that they've gathered, because they might have to find another suspect or person of interest in this case. Police have said they don't have any new details for today, but speaking to FBI officials, they plan to put out information about some of what they found in the search and where they are in their search tomorrow. Reporting live in Chatham County, Camille Syed, WTOC News.
Thank you, Camille.
Over
that was
2
excellent.
weeks.
That was excellent.
So wait,
okay.
What do they mean by other suspects?
Well, I think what they meant, I'm sorry if I missed comments, y'all. I was trying to see if this chick posted. Yeah, okay. I think they said that if they put out certain evidence or something, it could jeopardize if they were going after another suspect. That was just like overall, like I think in this case. So I hope that, yeah, perhaps Panthera. Hey, Rodigal, I don't know if, did that kind of help you guys? Like, as far as in this chat, most people from what I've seen have been like understanding why. Like you heard that or the Georgia professor, he said that they have to be so careful because any wrong step in a case of a missing child like this is very delicate. And I liked that he said, I didn't like it, but he said that that they usually, with a case of a child this age, it's a family member or somebody close to them. Exactly, Izzy. But I mean, anything they do wrong, because we're not talking about two individuals that don't know the law either, that don't know. I mean, they've been around the block.
I wonder if they're still considering that the boyfriend's involved from what they just said.
Yes, or the brother, I think.
Oh.
I think the brother. I still have not seen Grandpa at all, but yeah, they could, if they mess up at all, they're going to ruin it. And they, like he said, they have one shot, or else you're going to end up with Ruben Flores. I mean, without a body, he just got off. And I know that he wasn't,
can't believe it.
Yeah. Oh, here we go with the bots. Punkette, you got that? I'm sure they do. But so I just think, yeah, Patience is screaming at law enforcement, or that one woman that she was saying that law enforcement doesn't care about the baby and stuff like that. Have you seen the chief of police nearly in tears?
Yeah.
Like no one wants them found more than the police. So allegedly Bubba is there, but I don't know if that, I have a pretty credible source, I think, that he's there, but if he's there, he's very hidden. So I don't know if that's true or not, because I would suspect that they are like going to be all over him, the media, to get him to talk. But I do know Zane's dad is still in New York, but I know that the grandfather of Zane's dad was at court this week to try to get Zane. But I also know that these baby daddies or fathers have to prove, like, do this legitimate, legitimize or whatever paternity tests. Because
Yeah.
there was question of whether why my son is still okay. Hold on one second. Let me just yell at him to go to bed.
I had one of those nights too. My kid was jumping from couch to couch. Like,
Yeah, they're fighting with each other. That's the siblings. One was saying something the other didn't want them to say, and they just kept saying it. I guess that's what I gathered. Punk out, I'm a sniper. Is that what it is, Jingles? Kate and I were trying to figure out if it's just if they're not supposed to drink on probation or what.
I've
But
never heard
again,
you can't drink on probation. You can't do
I mean,
drugs.
yeah, and even so, if they arrest her on a probation violation, what's it? Because somebody in a group I was in said
I
they're
guess
calling.
I think it depends on the charge.
Okay.
Can I drink?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let's read. Can I drink alcohol while on probation? In most cases, no. You are allowed to drink alcohol. Or is alcohol prohibited on probation? In most cases, no. You are allowed to drink while on probation. However, some individuals do have specific condition of their probation that bans them from drinking alcohol. So those people would typically be the people who have to like do the who get in trouble for like drunk driving 3 or 4 times, and then they have to carry around that alcohol thing where they blow into it like every couple hours during the day. Like they would be the people who can't drink. But like just a typical person on probation is allowed to drink as long as they're 21. But if you have a specific alcohol charge where you are a danger to society and you have drove drunk over 3 times, I think it is, then they will give you like a breathalyzer that you carry around, and you have to blow in like you're required to blow into it several times a day, or they have ones that they connect to cars where like you got to blow into it or the car like won't start or something. Yeah, but
well, that's the thing, Panthera. I'm more concerned with the fact of how she was on probation when she had Sky, and drugs were found in her system as well as Sky's system. So I'm more alarmed that she wasn't in trouble then. Like I would, I would have thought that would have been more of a probation violation than drinking.
I never heard of this either. Did you ever hear of a Scram bracelet? It's a bracelet that is an electric monitor that samples an individual's perspiration every 30 minutes. From the sample, the monitor can tell whether or not the wearer has consumed alcohol. Then this will be reported back to the courts.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure hers
if you have someone who's like a serious alcoholic and just has to stop cold turkey that could kill them, what would you do in that situation?
I'm wondering if that's the case of like a rehab thing, but I'm sure hers includes no drinking because, of her past drug use. The weird thing is I'm just confused of how probation wasn't notified when drugs were in her system on June 5th. Because she's already been on probation for 5 months, allegedly. So she was on probation when Sky was born. And so we can see, like, there is several areas she got away with.
How would they even know the terms to her probation? Like, I doubt they even know that. They're probably just, going on about it. But they would have to actually know the terms of her probation to say that she's doing anything wrong.
Well, that, and I mean, wouldn't probation office, don't they give urine tests and stuff?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things I'm not understanding.
I honestly don't think, like, I think they're just blowing it out of proportion. Like, I don't think she'll be like that. What she could get in trouble for that. I think they're just,
Well, somebody said that they're going to call the probation office tomorrow. And I'm like, I mean, okay, but I'm quite certain at this point, probation office knows like she was out getting hammered that night. Like it's all over the news. So, you know, and there's no hiding it. The law enforcement has the 3-hour footage of
I mean,
her.
now would be a good time to probably surprise test her for drugs or something, you know, but I
Mhm.
doubt the alcohol thing will matter.
Yeah. And yeah, and the why wouldn't the baby be taken right away? I don't know. But yeah, the ball was dropped on all of the kids. I mean, that's for sure. Definitely. So brother Joe, we know as the military brother, right? He did defend mama today, allegedly, and I will read that. It's, you know, because grandma is such a good grandma.
Grandma's brother or
No, so this is Joe Leilani's brother. All right. So Leilani's next court date is for the North Carolina thing is allegedly 4/25. Well, now I'm confused. I'm going to have to share this and you guys are going to have to help me figure it out. All right. Well, it says, he says, hold on. Probation collects UAs, but doesn't test every sample to save money. I don't know, Panthera. I don't know. Cocaine was what was found in Sky's system when she was born, I think, from what I've heard.
yeah, if she doesn't have any alcohol charges, then it probably won't. It wouldn't.
Yeah. So Joe says, this is the brother of Leilani, the media has twisted this to calling what they did a party scene or even a vacation spot. Okay, it was on the beach and it is basically called a party bar. But anyways, let me start by saying I don't side with my sister at all. She's on her own in this mess. Now, my mother needs some peace and quiet around her house. The amount of protesters that surround her house day in and day out is uncalled for. Okay. He goes on to say, we want answers. My mom wants answers. Sadly, the FBI won't let my family help search for my nephew.
Oh, so are we trying to say that mom took daughter
he
out
goes
to get
on.
drunk to
He
get
goes
some
on.
answers?
He goes on.
Maybe that was the plan. They go to the bar, she fills her full of some Patron shots, and she gets the confession.
But then grandma got caught up in the Patron. Patrons, as I would say. Okay, so sadly, the FBI won't let my family search for my nephew, so I'm not sure if he wanted a shovel or what's going on. But so right now, all we can do is sit and wait and pray they recover him so we can serve justice to him. He deserves it, and my mother is on board for that as well. Sorry she had dinner on Tybee with 2 of her friends that drug her out of the house to get her some peace, as if the stress alone isn't killing her already. I know my mother better than anyone on the planet, and I mean anyone. She's a loving, caring woman with a beautiful heart, and when it's time, I'll let the world know that. Oh, okay, so
then why bring Leilani too? If her friend was trying to get her out to get some peace, why bring the daughter?
Yeah, so here's where he's wrong. There was 6 friends with her. He said 2 friends drug her out of the house to have peace and quiet. But they brought Leilani out with them. Okay. Leilani apparently needed peace and quiet. And, you know, the FBI is at fault because the FBI won't let them search for his nephew, even though Leilani knows. You are not going to tell me that Leilani has not said anything. I just don't buy it to the family. I don't. I just don't believe for 1 minute. And maybe Joe, maybe the brother 100% really believes that, you know, his mom is this innocent thing. But saying so right now, all we can do is sit and wait and pray they recover him so we can serve him justice. Like, they're operating in the same house. In the same house, they went out together. But Billy Joe needs peace and quiet, and you know, Leilani is on her own.
I mean, wouldn't you think if you bring the daughter with you that people are going to follow you around and scream at you? But if you left her home, then you could probably get some peace and quiet. So that makes just no damn sense to me.
It doesn't, because you would think that if the friends wanted to take her out for peace and quiet, they would have said, you know, just let's leave Leilani at home, you know, come out with us and have a drink, have at it, whatever, have a glass of wine, whatever your choice is, and let's have dinner to get you out. No, they were not doing this. They were not doing that. Like,
yeah, nice try, brother, but
love my kid unconditionally.
It.
Yeah, like, I would leave BHB. I know, right, Aaron? And, well, hold up. That wouldn't make any sense, because you know why they were probably at that hotel? Because they were too drunk to get home. Because he's claiming that the two friends just took him out to dinner to give mom peace or quiet, but they were at the hotel.
Weren't they there wasn't at least the daughter there for a couple days?
Yeah, because I remember Billy Joe said that she was at an undisclosed location. Safe.
None of that stuff makes any damn sense.
No, he's like, you know, he's ridiculous. I mean, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You got to be joking me right now. Trying to make sure I didn't miss any updates or anything. I'll be interested to see what law enforcement has to say. So, court docs reveal a sordid family life of missing Tot, uncle in jail for shooting a man multiple times. We knew about that. Let me make sure here. So, what do you think's going to happen if they can't find him?
They're going to have to... I will say, I hope they have more than a video.
Hey, Donna.
Like, I hope that they have some kind of blood evidence or something tied to the house. Because if they do, then they can at least prove that something happened in the house and that it wasn't some, like, person off the street, unless they're going to try to say that some person on the street came in the house and, you know. So I hope that they found blood, or they found something to suggest something happened in the house, because they did, then there'll be a much better chance that they'll be able to put the circumstantial, if they have a video and they have, you know, evidence from the house. I feel like, though, there's a good chance that they won't have trouble taking it to court. They'll have trouble in court with a jury.
I know.
If they don't find a body.
Now, I did notice that one of the officers in, I think it was that video we were watching with the professor that talked, was carrying a cooler out. The people outside of her house that were screaming felt very strongly that he overdosed, but I'm still not convinced about that.
Really?
Yeah,
well,
when they were screaming.
I could see that, like her being stupid and leaving stuff out, or or having like fentanyl or something that he touched. I could see something like that.
True. And I mean, that would, I mean, and then he could be sleeping and, you know, like the boyfriend could have seen him sleeping, not knowing he
Yep.
was passed away, you know.
Exactly.
I'm just wanting to make sure. I wanted to see if they. Okay, so the FBI said they are searching the specific landfill, and they are not allowing any more trash to come into the area that they are searching. And the FBI is reminding everybody this will not be quick, and that once the debris, we talked about this, the debris is cleared of any evidence, it's removed and replaced with another section of material. Wow. Wow, so they're literally
That's gonna
just
be rough.
sifting through piece by piece.
Yep. That's gonna be. It's gonna take a long time. And I mean, you have to, not to sound like terrible, but you have to take into account that they, you know, they have machines that crush all that stuff up, and
I know.
you know what I mean? Like, if they do find, like, they're gonna have to look like fine tooth.
Mm-hmm.
Look through it with a fine tooth comb.
LFT, has that been confirmed anywhere? Because I knew that was like a rumor started that whatever, that there was an app that proved the door was open or something, but I have not confirmed yet that the door was open. So if you know, Sandy, I actually use you as an example in many chats that in Melissa's chats and stuff, or in my chats about, like,
is there like woods behind that house or anything?
Not that well, let me see. I don't think so from what I've seen. I don't think so, but that.
Because if she had the door open, I wonder if she was like.
Donna, I dropped stuff off at our local landfill today and watching the truck. I know, right, Donna? It's awful.
Yeah, we work in construction.
Paul said that BS. Paul said that. See, Paul and Leilani are like, I think they're pretty close because they're biological siblings. And I just feel like they've gotten themselves into a lot of trouble together before.
Well, there is wood, like a small patch of like woods behind there. I wonder if she could have.
But Aussie True Crime is right. If we rush this, if police rush this, and they're not dumb, right? They're thinking that same thing. If we rush it, I mean, you're gonna Casey Anthony.
Oh no, it goes right into like more properties' backyards, kind of.
Okay.
There's like a little bit of. There's a little bit of trees, but I mean, it's not like she could have like went back there and did something shady. I don't think.
Yeah, LFT. I'm hoping that we get a little bit of the evidence tomorrow. It does say law enforcement's going to give an update, but that could also mean law enforcement's going to just say, we found nothing yet. Aaron, I just really feel, and I don't always agree with the law enforcement and how they handle things, but in this case, I have just felt very confident in how they're handling it. I don't know why. I do. I think that they're trying, they got the FBI involved very early. They, did everything by the book. They're looking at past cases that have, not like Casey Anthony's and that kind of stuff.
I think they're doing a great job.
So do I.
I think they're doing the best they can with what they're given.
Yep. All right. I got to share this story with y'all, and we can keep talking about, we bounce back and forth, but this is pretty wild. And it's kind of scary. Hold on. If you guys don't believe in that type of work, I get it. Panthera, hey, who am I to judge? My energy signatures from last week, I picked it up. So there's this case after the trial I just witnessed. I say, right, Aaron, I know. So there's this case of this family missing in Michigan. I'm not sure if you've heard about it, but it is really sad. The 2 boys are autistic, and this happened in Fremont, Michigan. They are trying to find a family. Oh, I just clicked off of it. Now I can't read it. Hold on. They're trying to find a family, the Sirigliano family, Anthony and Suzette, both 51, and their sons, Brandon, 19, and Noah, 15. Remember, they're both autistic. Left their home unexpectedly and are believed to be driving a 2005 Toyota Sienna minivan. On Sunday, Tony was exhibiting paranoid behaviors, according to the release by police. Since that time, their cell phones have been turned off. They left family pets and a family member who requires full-time care. So this is an image of the dad, mom, and the 2 boys. It said family members were last in touch on Sunday, October 16th. Since that time, according to information given to police, their phones have been turned off and they have not reached out to family or friends. So, but that's not the article I wanted to share. So it says that
So is there any idea like what happened?
So it says that, oh, here we go. This is what I wanted to show. Oh, how about I actually share? I do that all the time. Yeah, isn't it, Izzy? Oh, I know, I don't have a good feed. So no credit card use, nothing. So police in Michigan, they're looking for him. They said that the father on Sunday called 911 and exhibited what officials called paranoid behavior. So he called, they all describe, so hold on, they all describe this as abnormal behavior, that they would have taken the kids and stuff. An elderly relative who has dementia and who the family was caring for was found Monday walking the neighborhood. She is now being cared for by other family members. Right now, there's no foul play signs, but it says that on Sunday, he called 911 and was talking about issues or information that he had regarding the September 11th attacks. The officers made sure everyone was safe and okay, spending about an hour with Anthony and talked to Suzette and it said, Rodwell told Wood, honestly, that's a very abnormal thing to say and make a police report of. He said, so he also said, another article said that he also was saying like he had information about the FBI and like how, no worries, Beatlemaniac, and how like they were going to hunt him down and stuff. And then the phones went off and they left the adult, and they've exhausted all searches locally, and they are at a standstill. They've only lived in Fremont about 4 years. I mean, this doesn't sound good. I don't know. Just making sure I haven't.
Yeah, that's really strange.
So I know that the other family had said that they were looking for, they just felt like it sounded like he was having some sort of a mental break. And
yeah, like a like a psychotic type.
Yeah,
mental
like
break or something,
just very paranoid, saying like he had all the evidence on 9/11 and all this stuff. And the police came out and they felt everything was okay. And then, I mean, that was Sunday, right? Which was October 16th.
Mm-hmm.
So that same night then that the police left, they vanished.
Wow.
So, right, Izzy, it seems like they just vanished into thin air. And so, like, I think he probably didn't get the response he wanted from the police. and he left with them. What my fear is both boys are autistic. My fear is that because he's paranoid, he would do kind of one of those, like, you know, murder suicide type things just to.
Yep.
Was the call the last one made? No other. Yeah, so LFT, that the last call they said was that they had family. One of them, they didn't say who, had contact with a family member, but it was like not the dad apparently, and that then their phones were actually turned off. Now, I don't know how you tell, but somebody said you can tell if the phone was turned off or if it died. I don't know if that's true or not.
I just read the most horrible thing earlier. There was these two boys who were being tortured by their parents, and they were handcuffed in the laundry room and zip tied by their feet and forced to drink their own urine and like go to the bathroom in the room and on themselves and stuff. And they were handcuffed, and they got out of the handcuffs and escaped in the middle of the night, and they went neighbor to neighbor knocking on the doors just saying like, can we come in, can we come in? And most of the neighbors wouldn't allow them to come in because, you know, they didn't know what was going on. Like a shirtless teenager was outside asking to come in their house. Well, finally they got to a house where there was a single mom who seen them on her doorbell thing and brought them right in and gave them blankets. And she took pictures, and you could see in the pictures like their wrists were just what do you call that when like pressure sores?
Almost like a rug burn type thing.
Like scabs and sores all over their hands from them being in handcuffs. And like their legs were all swollen. They were like starving. It was so sad when like she took the pictures and she shared the pictures with the article or whatever.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Hold on, two twins, I think they were.
And yes, Panther, the last contact came from the home.
Here, I'll share my screen real quick.
Oh wait,
So I was like, what a monster. Like,
yeah, and Izzy, you're right. Yeah, there's no, like, literally, it's like they vanished into there. No thin air, no credit card, bank account, anything. Okay, here's Kate's. This is that.
I didn't put audio on. Damn it. You might be able to just hear it through my mic. Give me a second. Why is this?
Pressure ulcers. Okay, thanks, Rebellious.
Yeah, like pressure ulcers, yeah. I was a CNA. I couldn't think of the word right away. I used to have to deal with them all the time. Like, is there not a video for this? All right, hold on.
Really?
Let me see if I can find.
Yeah, find a video thing. Oh, sure. Yeah, Beatlemaniac, put trigger warning in there and I'll put it up because that's pretty intense. Little side note, if you guys haven't watched any, wow, did you guys know that yesterday 12,000 fentanyl pills were seized in wrappers of Skittles at LAX?
I heard that, like candy
boxes.
That's
freaking terrifying.
Well, you know what they do? You know what they do to transport stuff like that? So they open like candy boxes, and there's a weight on the candy boxes. And what the like airport and stuff will do is weigh the box and make sure it comes up with the exact same weight of the weight of the box. So what these people will do is they'll dump the candy out and they'll put the drugs in, but make sure that it weighs exactly the same. And then they'll reseal it so they think it's candy when it comes through the of course mine's being like this too. But yeah, that's how they
holy cow.
Come on. I'm gonna have to watch it like this.
Back to Harris County
That's okay.
tomorrow.
Lakia Duncan and Jova Terrell were found in Baton Rouge after an Amber Alert was issued in Texas. Matt Doherty in Cypress tonight with the video of the teen twins starving.
There's going to be a little bit of echo because I didn't put my volume, so you're just going to have to hear it on my mic. But she has like the pictures on here.
Begging for help. We want to alert you. The images you're about to see are difficult to watch. Matt? Nobody could
All right. Sorry. I have to go this way. It was loaded already. Like, I don't understand why it...
It's all right. They watch mine all the time. Like it.
Could have imagined what was allegedly happening inside of this home. The kids who escaped described a life that is truly a nightmare. It's close to 5 o'clock on Tuesday morning. Home surveillance cameras show this pair of 16-year-old twins, a boy and a girl, who have just escaped. They spent more than half an hour going door to door, desperately seeking help. Help. What's wrong? What? What happened? No, we can't do that. Unsure of the circumstances, nearly all of the neighbors told the twins to keep moving. At about 5:30, the temperature was in the 50s.
It was exactly 5:27 in the morning when I heard the doorbell ring.
A single mother at home with her daughter was the first and only person to open the door.
I just knew they were kids right away, so I quickly opened the door. I told them to come in, and I quickly shut the door and I locked it.
The woman, who asked that we not use her name or show her face, says she led the twins to her kitchen.
I sat them down, I brought them blankets, covered them up, and the first thing the little boy said was, "We're starving. We're hungry. Can you please anything?"
Looking at the 16-year-olds, it was obvious. After getting them something to eat, she started asking questions.
When the little girl was here standing, she was visibly shaking and was showing me her handcuffs. They would say, "We just broke out of these." They told me that their mom kept them locked in the laundry room, naked, zip tied from the ankles, and handcuffed from the wrists. They said we would pee and poop on ourselves. And they said when we needed to bathe, the mom would let them use the dirty mop water to bathe. They didn't get a bath. They got dirty mop water.
It turned out Zakiya Duncan had been arrested for child abuse in the past in Louisiana. Court documents show her children were removed from the home back in 2012. We asked Louisiana's Department of Children and Family Services why the kids were returned, but they told us that state law prevents the agency from even acknowledging an investigation.
How can a mother do this to their kids? You know, how can a mother feel like this is okay to do? They deserve it. No kid deserves this.
We spoke with psychologist Dr. Whitney Krausen with Houston's Children's Assessment Center. She says children who suffer this kind of abuse can recover with the proper help.
Oftentimes we think there's no way they can possibly get through all of this, but children are so much more resilient than we give them credit for. Really what they need is just ongoing and consistent support.
In Cyprus, I'm Matt Doherty, KHOU 11 News.
Now we know this is an incredible.
How crazy is that? Like, what an evil lady.
I almost,
like,
Dad,
I couldn't believe it.
I don't even know what to say.
For that angel of a woman who let them in her house.
Hey, Tia. You're right, Sandy. That doesn't end well either. But, like, here we are again. This mother had these kids taken away. I'm assuming it was those kids in 2012 for child abuse. How does she have them back? Like, how does no one even notice? You know, like, how did...
I don't even understand how one person could be that cruel and it like not even faze them. Like, how do you enjoy doing that to somebody? It's just so bizarre to me. Like, I will never understand it.
Like, for their arms to have those type of the pressure ulcers or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm assuming, did they not go to school? Like, you can't tell me a teacher didn't see that. This is insane. This is insane. I mean, she'll be in jail for a very long time now, but do you know how long, like Sandy said, this isn't going to end good either. Do you know how long it's going to take those kids to recover from this type of trauma? So long.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe my eyes when I seen that.
Yeah, you're right, Beatlemaniac. We've been seeing so much of this stuff lately, and it's very, very alarming. Like, and I hate bashing CPS. I just am like, there's just something, it's bad. I just feel like it's really bad lately, especially. Like I don't know. Something's got to be done. I'm making sure there's no Quinton updates. I would be afraid if they came to the door. Right. Yeah, I know, Pamela. That's so tough. I mean, the shape that they came into the door, with the no shirt on and stuff, it's so tough. What do you how do you know anymore what to trust, what not to trust?
Yeah. Yep.
I want to see if. Oh, that woman has her video up now. Let's see. Hold on. All right, I'm going to share something with y'all. Oh, so.
I'm not sure, LFT. I'm not sure how long they were held like that, but.
Don't they, Pamela? Their skin was so. Oh, it's just. That's got to be one of the worst things I've ever, like, as far as.
Yeah.
I mean, we've heard stories like that, but for them to escape, I don't. Like, they couldn't have been going to school.
No way. They would. A teacher would have called CPS if they were going to school.
For sure. Oh, I want to see this. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's watch some of this here. This is back to hug my babies. I know. I guess them fighting doesn't seem so bad anymore,
At least they have each other, though. Like they're twins, and they,
Hold on a second. Where? KHOU? KHOU. Okay, hold on a second.
On the Quinton case?
Yeah. And that woman posted her video, and I'm going to see if I can fast forward to the part where the brother comes out. So this weekend, y'all, I won't be live but you've got Kate and Melissa. We are going out of town for my daughter's fall softball tournament, but obviously I'll be around and lurking in chats and everything. But if you haven't watched Melissa's coverage on this case, Kate is going to start doing like when she's arrested and stuff. You said you were going to start doing some coverage on this, right?
Yeah, I might. Yeah. I might. Maybe I'll do this tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm going to go live tomorrow.
Do it tomorrow because like Melissa doesn't have anything scheduled yet, and I won't be live. So, keep you keep facts. But I can't find it, Panthera. Can you email it to me? They were deathly thin. I know. But if you haven't watched Melissa's coverage on this case either, Kate and I were up there last night, and she's done a phenomenal job. And I know tonight's live she had on, she actually had somebody like that's like kind of an advocate that could explain the system, how CPS is working, things like that. Okay, let's see what this woman's. Kate needs to have her one. Yes, she needs to have. Tim's told investigators their mother drugged them. And the boy had a seizure after she gave him 24 What?
What? 24? What in the world?
Parker, it was court documents on the case we were discussing.
Oh.
Okay, I was like, what? I'll look that up, Panther. Punkcat, if you find that, can you put that in the messenger so that we have that? Because that's kind of, and I'll give it to Kate because that's kind of, would be interested to look at now that we watched the video.
We had them on that.
Okay, yeah, that would be good right there.
That's what we had.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Pause it real quick.
Yeah, hold on.
Here.
What the hell?
Okay, go ahead.
So, hold on. I just looked it up.
Yeah.
It says they were forced to drink bleach, burned and beaten with curtain rods, and their mother drugged them, and the boy had a seizure after she gave him 24 Benadryl tablets. There's a whole bunch. She also made them drink cleaners like Lysol and Easy Off if they talk too much, and poured bleach down their throats and on their genitals until it burned their. Oh my goodness.
Kate, you should do this case. You should talk about it. Because
extension cords, curtain rods. They were only fed mustard sandwiches, relish sandwiches, or bologna sandwich a week. Ugh, this is terrible. I can't even read the rest.
I know you don't like the kids' case, but I would be interested to know how this went.
Mm-hmm. Wow, what an evil. She's like evil, like the child called It lady.
Yes,
Isn't
I was
Easy
just
Off
thinking
oven
that.
cleaner?
That's acid, Rebellious said.
Oh my god.
That would be probably why their skin was peeling.
How did she not, like, kill them? She would block the cupboard so they couldn't steal from the kitchen. Oh, she's a witch.
I have no words for that.
Neither do I. What a witch.
Like,
That's
there's
like,
been times
I can't even stay in the room after using Easy Off either. And isn't it oven cleaner? Like, isn't that the stuff that smells so bad that's like oven cleaner that you spray in there? Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what the frig it is. That stuff smells like the second you inhale it, it burns all your nose and your throat. It's the stuff. Ugh. Easy Off is rough.
So she must have claimed they were homeschooling.
Yeah.
Did it say anything about if they had mental disabilities?
Let me see.
Oh, check email, Panthera. Is that okay?
In charging documents obtained by KHOU 11, the 16-year-old boy and girl were questioned by investigators at Texas Children's Hospital. They described several examples of the horrific abuse that took place behind closed doors of the large home. Yeah, I mean, the lady had a nice house.
Texas Children's Hospital.
The boy said Duncan once gave him 24 Benadryl tablets to make him sleep, and they caused him to have a seizure. After that, he said she lowered the dosage to 20. The girl was also given an unspecified amount of Benadryl. The victim said their mother poured bleach on their throats and on their genitals until it burned their skin. She also made them drink cleaners like Lysol and Easy Off if they talked too much. They told the corporal they weren't allowed to use the restroom and were forced to defecate and urinate on themselves and then eat and drink it. They only had dirty water from a mop bucket to wash off. They said their mother beat them with extension cords, curtain rods, and other metal poles, and Terrell often punched the boy. The victims told Corporal they were starved and fed only mustard sandwiches, relish sandwiches, and bologna sandwiches 1 to 3 times a week. They were severely malnourished. They were kept naked and handcuffed to a dolly in the laundry room, and their feet were often zip-tied. Both have cuts, bruises, and scars on their wrists and ankles, along with other parts of their body. When you see it in person, it just hits you on a different level. It's so sad. It's a flood of emotions, a woman who took them in said. You don't understand how little innocent kids go through this. They can recover, like the lady said. So the boy said he found the handcuff key in his mother's purse and hid it in his mouth. Around 5 a.m. Tuesday, I unlocked the handcuffs and ran to the door to door through the neighborhood, pleading for help. The boy was shirtless, and the girl was using a grocery bag for his shirt. So they even got a grocery bag for the girl. Oh. Both were barefoot and shivering when a woman in a nearby subdivision answered her door, even though she said she was terrified. They said, "Can you help us? Can you help us?" The woman said they were so skinny and so frail. They just looked like they had been through a lot. She wrapped them in blankets and fed them, and they were both very polite, even as they began describing some of the abuse. The more I asked and realized how severe the situation was, it was a flood of emotions that came over me. How a mother could do this to her kids. I feel like my tears are out of frustration, anger, and sadness. The Good Samaritan then called Precinct 5 Constable's office. The teens were taken to Texas Children's Hospital in Katy, and deputies were sent to their home to investigate. By then, Duncan, Terrell, and 5 younger boys, ages to 14, were gone, and an Amber Alert was issued, so they left. So I guess they ran because they knew they escaped. Hours later, Zakiya Duncan and Jova Terrell, 27, were arrested in Baton Rouge. Only one child was with the couple when they were arrested. The other 4 boys were later found safe with relatives in Louisiana. All 7 children were placed in CPS. So I wonder if only the twins... Okay, so the twins who escaped told investigators their 12-year-old twin brothers were also abused and forced to stay in a restroom. So I guess she has
Oh
another
my
set of-
gosh.
That's horrible.
And the picture I was showed, like, this is the neighborhood type of home they lived in.
Yeah, they
Like,
live in a beautiful home. They said it's a big house. She has
I
a
mean-
history of child abuse. It's not the first time she's been arrested and charged with connection to child abuse, according to Louisiana court documents from 10 years ago. So I guess they lived in Texas now, so maybe that's why.
Okay.
A then 5-year-old child of Duncan's was taken from school to a local hospital to be treated for burns to his feet, genitals, and other parts of his body. Doctors determined it was likely as a result of being burned by hot water. The boy also had bruises on his torso, his back, his hip, and buttocks. According to the documents, when police went to Duncan's home, they found a 20-month-old child wrapped in clothing with his hands bound. What? The only other person in the home was the child's 4-year-old brother. She tied up the 20-month-old kid's hands. During the questioning, police said Duncan admitted to routinely disciplining one child by making him get into a push-up position for up to an hour, causing the child's hands to swell. The child was also forced to sleep on the closet floor. The door of the closet was blocked by boards to keep the child from escaping and stealing food from the kitchen. Police reported at the time that 2 of Duncan's other children also showed signs of abuse and were removed from the home. They said Duncan admitted she had been investigated for abuse of children in the past. She was charged with cruelty to juveniles. How does she have all these kids?
So it was in Cyprus, Beatlemaniac by Tom Ball, where we just saw the mother that had like the schizophrenia, strangle her daughter for 30 minutes. I don't know what's going on in that area, but so the mother is 40 and her boyfriend, he looks like boyfriend of the year. Like, wow, he's 27.
Wow.
So they were both in on it.
Apparently the boyfriend punched them. Like they said, the boyfriend punched them here and there. So I guess. Ugh.
So she did it to all the kids.
Yeah. Or I mean, how does she has like 7 kids? Like how in the hell does? And then she lost like 4. How many kids does this woman have, and where did she get them? Like, are they her own kids, or are they like? I wonder if she.
That's what I'm trying to find out. I am.
A lot of people foster for money. Like
yes,
that's
yeah.
Like they take in children just so they can get paid for it, and that's where the abuse usually happens.
Her mugshot, it's like she doesn't even care. This is insane.
It's wild to me.
Oh, Kate, there's a picture. I don't know if I can pull it up on the New York Post of their, like a closer up of their arms and everything. And you see oh my gosh, you see the girl in a freaking grocery bag.
That's so sad. Oh, here, I got the New York Post up. Let me see.
Because now I'm invested because I know Panther, and I know these are hard to hear about, guys, but okay, this is now how many cases this week that have slipped through the cracks?
This is
with
unbelievable
CPS?
to me.
I mean, 3 that we're just talking about right now, which is this case, Quinton's, and the little girl whose mother shouldn't have been with her, but was.
Ugh.
Yeah, if you find the pictures, can you share it?
Yeah. I don't know how big I can get them, but
that's okay.
All right, you can share it.
This is crazy.
Oh no. Oh, here they are.
Like, look at their hands. Oh my
Oh, I want to see it. How do I see it big?
I don't know if you can with that, but oh,
there you go. Look at that. Ugh. There's like holes in her arm. Oh my goodness.
the mother's last name is oh, I know what LFT's doing. The mother's last name is Terrell, Terrell, and Jova is spelled Jova.
One of them's Duncan and one of them's Terrell.
Yeah, and then there's like a Zykia Duncan, the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, I'm wrong. Zykia Duncan is the mom. So her last name is Duncan. The boyfriend is Jova Terrell.
Oh my god, look, you can even tell on their face they got little marks on there. Like it's blurred, but you can see, look at those eye bags. Oh, that's a sin.
Panthera, Melissa Towns' new cellmate. Yeah, I'm just exactly, Pamela, exactly. I couldn't even say this is what I was saying, like Melissa Jade has been saying too. If you want to protest something, like we could tell you where to go to protest. Like this crap, we can't tolerate it anymore. Oh, look at her. She's just freaking mom of the year.
Yeah.
I don't understand this other than that they were homeschooled and they were just lost in the system. I mean, there's no way they went to school like that.
No way. I'm sure she stopped sending them to school after she got in trouble the first time because of school.
I mean, a 20-month-old baby, like having that's insane.
Having the hands bound of a 20-month-old baby. Oh, it's sick.
Wait, did that just say they were also SA?
No, that's a different one, I think.
Oh, gosh. Zykia Duncan, Panthera.
I don't know how to spell.
You can see the skin. I'm wondering if that's where she did at. Like, this is just insane. Oh, yeah, he is something. Well, she must have had a good job.
Yeah.
It's
well,
not
or
cheap.
She had a bunch of foster kids and they were just paying her money for. Could be something like that.
So these two have a history. Both of them have a history of child abuse and CPS.
How much do people like? How doesn't the state give you money for taking in fosters, like a decent amount? Like, isn't that why a lot of people take in a bunch of foster kids and then, like, for instance,
I don't know. Oh, Rebellia said the foster kid she had been kept out of school for 3 years.
Is that how it works, Rebellious? Like, do you get money from, like, do they give money if you have take in a foster child? Does the state send money to help take care of them?
OMG. Listen to Panthera. Panthera, I'm specifically saying this for you because Jova, the boyfriend, has a LinkedIn account for artist at unsigned artist. So he allegedly is also an aspiring artist.
What the hell is up with every damn case like this? There's somebody trying to be a wannabe freaking rapper, or what was the other one? MMA fighter.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Andrew, the MMA fighter.
Right.
Ironically enough, there is Collier, in the Debbie Collier cases, Collier, however you say it. There are some Colliers or whatever from where she was, like in Clarksville, but I don't think they're tied together at all.
I mean, think about it. Say you have 7 foster kids and you're getting $7,000 a month and you're feeding them bologna sandwiches. I mean, you're really not feeding them bologna sandwiches once a week. You're barely spending any money. You know what I mean?
I can't imagine doing it to any kid.
But then I'm saying if
kid,
she's renting,
but I mean, like,
she's renting. Oh, wrong one. If
but your own kid.
House,
I'm shocked.
That's crazy to me. What a
Our foster screen. Yeah, LFT, they're supposed to be, but I don't know. I've seen so many people get away with
Oh yeah. I mean, that's why you hear so many stories of people with a bunch of foster kids that are abused. It's like what happened with uh Orrin and Orson West.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were all foster kids.
Have they ever been found?
No, but I believe that one of the other foster kids said that they were being abused. Like they even made the other kids abuse them. Like they had the other foster kids abuse the kids. Like force them to do it.
They are selfish. The kids are there. Yeah, exactly. I know Panthera, another aspiring artist.
I have a good friend who fosters children too, and she's just a lovely foster mom. I mean, she adopted the one girl, and you know, it's
I know it's so sad when you see the good foster parents, you know, like something happens and the biological parents get custody back or something, and then they're back to their own old ways. Like, you know,
I'd really love to know if they were her own kids or if they were.
I know I was trying to see it, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
I couldn't either.
All right, so this is a little bit of the protest. There was a part I wanted to see if I could find.
Stay lit all night. It was so beautiful out here. It was so lit up, girl. We had it all around that.
The child missing, that's child cruelty.
FBI agents to a
Child
landfill for
neglect.
something you don't know
can't just
about.
say your kids
And y'all can't lock nobody
FBI
up.
agents
What?
to the landfill.
You see how y'all
Okay,
payroll?
You can't just say your kids missing.
Listen, we moved the candles. Can we just do our prayer here?
The normal person
Oh,
cannot
this is
just
where
say
Billy
their
Joe
kids
comes
missing
out.
and nobody do anything about it.
Step on their property.
Hold on, officer.
We won't. We won't.
See the
You can't see nothing. They can hear it all.
Okay, what's
Thank
your name
you.
and badge number?
I'm Officer Shu. Badge number 10699.
And how come let's take this investigation so long? When there's child cruelty and there's child neglect. Okay.
What if it was your grandbaby?
My old lady
right now is
my old lady popped. My old lady popped my son, and I raised my hands like,
Okay, but
look my fucking kid, and charged me with a fucking felony.
But what if
Fuck
it?
you and your fucking
What if
pussy
it
boy.
was your grandbaby?
We're gonna stay off the property.
Thank you for that.
Why don't you go fucking do something? Why don't you go fucking?
But why can't we
you go
even leave our
fucking do
house past 11 o'clock without getting pulled over and harassed by the police? But her baby's missing, and y'all said dead. That the head, your boss said the baby was no longer alive.
So step on the
The
property.
head,
Off the grass.
whatever.
Yes, sir. Please leave their property.
You can't.
This is not their property.
Please leave their property.
Actually, first 6 to 8 feet belongs to the
How does
state
a pedestrian walk up this road then, officer?
that we pay. I definitely pay taxes.
We're doing a prayer.
I had to pay in my taxes this year.
We're doing a prayer.
Okay.
We have till 10, right?
So
I pay taxes. I had to pay in $6,000 this year.
On both sides of this roadway is public easement.
The first 6 to 8 feet is supposed to be in Chatham County. I've been
So
lived there my
before
whole
you
life.
start talking about
Thank God I wasn't born there, but you got my lighter.
I just want to
badge number.
Payroll number 3923.
And how come
I feel so
they
bad.
got more fucking? How come y'all can't do nothing about a missing baby?
They have more rights than we do.
Okay, well I lost my kid for going like this, okay, and I was here put in jail charged with a fucking felony. So fucking charge somebody. Detectives are working on it.
Really?
Between golf tournaments. Because, you know, I'm sure y'all, Chatham County's got fucking lights that could be out there now looking for that baby.
And my baby, his grandson's Hawaiian,
No, y'all call
20
it
months
off.
old. I don't never get to see.
Sir, I'm not involved in the investigation.
Because the in-laws won't let me see him.
Can you send somebody out here?
Then they kill theirs.
So I need y'all to move out of the roadway.
Call the chief.
Okay? Move out of the roadway.
I'm going to try to find where Billy Joe comes out, but that is, so this is the protesters doing fantastic job. This isn't even Betty Bullhorn or what is it, Dalai Lama or whatever, Dolly or whatever. This isn't even them. They're coming back Monday. But this is like some other neighbors and stuff that basically have been encouraged by those people. And this is what it's resulting in now. But there's
And stay off
The road is public.
want to cross that fence.
I mean, like, you can show love, all that.
Yes.
I don't.
That's overboard.
Right.
But
Well,
we're trying to come. They just took his kids.
My kids got cooked for less shit than this.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, we're going back to that, but right there, okay, you know, he just lost his child to CPS allegedly. So I mean, he's out protesting apparently.
Right.
So they gotta look.
We've been, mostly peaceful.
And they're out there recording.
And they're recording us.
They're recording because the police showed
They
up.
can come out because it's dark
Right, the
outside.
police showed up. Now they're outside.
Here we go. Now this is where they come out.
They can come outside because it's dark.
Cameras are
They have
working.
cameras now, but not when they
phones are
told the
working.
baby.
But they wasn't working when the baby went
Rebellious, I
missing,
know.
right?
Peacefully protest.
We will
Thank you.
You hear this? Your cameras are working
Keyword,
now,
peacefully.
but the cameras didn't work when the baby went
Exactly.
missing. That makes so much
So we
sense.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right,
We
guys.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Peacefully
Thank you.
protest.
Thank you.
Yes, we will stay on this
Sorry.
side. Our
Sir.
candles.
See, that's not
10
us.
o'clock is a noise.
That's not us.
He's not home.
That was him.
Because
Dude.
you be a part of it.
Oh, shit.
Excuse me. Don't step on my First Amendment, sir.
Oh my God, the First Amendment thing.
Hey, I got your name too, so I'm gonna go ahead. And follow.
Honk for quitting. Come on, old man. Give it to him.
Get out the road, officer. You're blocking traffic.
They can park where they want to park, guys.
Quick, hurry, run. Krispy Kreme closes in a little while.
Y'all, come on now.
Come on.
We don't all want to get sent home.
Come on. We got to be here a while.
This is where that dude goes
Apparently, we're going to be
up on
here
the
for like
porch.
years.
All right, let's just leave.
Dude, we're going to be here for years. Because apparently, this is going to be a cold case.
Y'all, come on. Let's light some more candles.
Hey, man, we're here to peacefully protest. All right.
Like last night. Last night was decent. We
It
raised
was all
hell when we
decent until the
needed
neighbors
to.
came out and started.
Yeah, no, last night it was them starting with us.
We're going to be out here all night. We want a drink, too.
Oh, here we go. See, he starts to go up on the
Yeah, can you
porch.
bring us a shot, Leilani?
Or Billy Joe.
No, they're at the
Whoever's
beach.
at the door.
They're at the beach.
Somebody's right there.
They're
This
not
is
gonna
the
say
brother.
anything.
Turn the flashlight on.
You want to come say a prayer with us for your baby?
Isn't it LFT?
I thought the same thing. Hey, no, why you going inside?
Would you like to say a prayer?
They're going in. Hey, Billy Joe!
Did you hear that? Did you all just hear that? That was Billy Joe.
What'd she say?
I'm not scared of you MFers.
Because apparently,
Here we go, right here. I'll replay this. That was her.
this is going to be a cold
Hey.
case.
Y'all, come on, let's light some more candles.
Hey, man, we're here to peacefully protest. All right.
Like last night. Last night was decent. We
It
raised
was all
hell when
decent
we
until the
needed
neighbors
to.
came out and started.
Yeah, no, last night it was them starting with us.
Right here.
We're going to be out here all night. We want a drink, too. We want a
Yeah,
drink.
can you bring us a shot, Leilani?
Or Billy Joe.
No, they're at the
Whoever's
beach.
at the door.
They're at the beach.
Somebody's right there.
They're not going to say
Yeah.
anything.
Turn the flashlight on.
You want to come say a prayer with us for your baby?
Of course.
I thought the same thing. Hey, no, why you going inside?
Would you like to say a prayer?
Leaving, they're going in. Hey, Billy Joe!
Bring that fucking baby! Bring that baby! Bring that fucking baby out here!
That baby was scared.
Bring the baby out here?
That baby was scared. For
Yeah.
sure.
That baby got beat from day one, was born with cocaine.
They found blood in the car, throw up in the
It's
car.
not true. That is not
In
true.
The
the
cameras
house.
weren't
Never been
working
said.
that night, though, was
How
they?
much evidence do you have to have?
Okay.
The cameras weren't working that night.
Billy Joe finally showed her face.
But the cameras is working tonight. Wow. Only because we're trying to say a prayer.
Then.
All we're trying to do is say a prayer.
It was good, wasn't it? $340.
Did y'all have fun at Stingrays?
You
All
scared
that
your
drinking,
demonic evil
all that
spirits is
partying.
gonna leave?
I killed that child and got rid of it quick. How much How many drugs did that baby inhale inside, huh? And y'all had to get rid of it.
Jerry, LFT. It gets even more wild. Wait till the brother
Like
comes
I'm
out.
steadily cleaning every day.
Call the ambulance and have them come get that baby.
Yesterday they pulled up with a handful of fucking blankets. Swear to God. But they had been at the laundromat. They came back, pulled in the fucking back with tons of blankets and shit. They probably washed somewhere. He's cleaning evidence. That should be a crime scene. That house should be fuck no, they shouldn't be allowed in that house. Are you fucking kidding me? If that was a meth
Sorry
house,
for
it'd
the
be
language,
blocked off.
guys.
If that was a meth house, it'd be locked off.
Got to be that. It'll be the ones that don't affiliate with the police.
Y'all went to the babysitter's house?
Yeah.
And nothing? Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Arrest somebody and we'll go to fuck home.
She's
Shit.
the one leading
Arrest the
a
whole
lot.
house. And that's a crime scene.
She
They
claims
should
she's a
burn
neighbor,
that house
but
down.
Why is she coming out?
now she wants the house burned down. Okay.
Now she wants to talk shit. All I said, you want to say a prayer for your baby.
Oh, bring that
They can't even give him a fucking name.
Bring
They got,
that baby
excuse me,
outside.
y'all.
What is wrong?
They got to say, we wish, God, I wish that was Lonnie. We need Lonnie. Girl, where's that card at?
$140.
Where's that number at? From that thing.
Hey, y'all drank good.
All right, I'm gonna lose it.
All the way down there.
Keep
100%
that.
Sandy.
Right.
How can anybody have
No, because that ain't her. That's the grandma though. Yes! Yes!
Y'all all got phones?
Yeah.
Oh.
We found Billy Joe is here. I have her on camera live.
On the porch.
We're married with an eye.
But now
Justice
she's
for Quinton.
Cocaine in your baby's system.
Y'all,
How many
Billy
drugs
Joe
that
with
baby
her
have?
best.
To come over here.
But now she can't sell
Yeah,
this
Billy
to
Joe
Daily
is
Mail
at
because
the
I already outed
house.
it. Wait, do you hear a
She
baby?
came
Why
out
did she go to the
threatening us.
dumpster? Why
Billy
did she
Joe
wait?
I
is.
do.
Yes, get his number. Yes, I'm gonna tell him. Yeah,
912450.
calling for my number. That's Billy Joe.
They need to leave. I got
Billy Joe in there.
She came outside talking shit. I got her on. That's somebody that's here.
Yeah, for trespassing.
Nobody's
It said, "Welcome to Verizon Wireless."
Toy, okay, I'll check that out. Toy, no, they're coming back on Monday apparently.
all she can do. All she can do is
But this is what Dumb and Dumber have encouraged,
Y'all, I got
basically.
Billy Joe on camera threatening us.
and then they let her drive away.
I got her on camera,
I
y'all.
do too. I hear a
live.
baby.
Y'all, we found Billy Joe. Y'all let Dolly and them know.
See? Right there. Did you hear that?
Dolly and,
Right there.
Yeah.
Hey, I got Billy Joe on camera threatening me.
It's just, she says it about the Daily Mail here.
I
soon.
got her on live. I got Billy Joe on live threatening me, cussing me out. She called police on me. I can't get Lonnie. Billy Joe, she's right here on my fucking phone live.
See, the brother's out there.
She's my friend. Yeah, she's at home. I got her live. She's talking to cops.
Rebellious. I
Hey,
know,
I
right?
got film though. Huh? Yeah. She's standing on her front porch right now. Damn it.
The whole community wants to press charges on you.
I got it. I got her on film, but it's blurry, it's dark. But I got her voice. I'm on live on my YouTube channel. I mean on my Facebook. I only have Facebook group.
I wonder,
probably
Sandy. I
can.
bet you're
It's gonna
right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find it. I'm not good at all that stuff. But yeah, I do. She's definitely in the video cussing us out. And I got her now, but you can't hardly see her, but I know it's her because I know what she's wearing.
I think they're doing it on
she's
purpose,
outside
Sandy. I think
on the
you're
front
right.
porch.
Police are here.
The police. Yeah.
Support
She's been out here for about 10 minutes. I told somebody to call you for me. I don't know. I just know Billy Joe's. Billy Joe's definitely freaking here on the front porch. She just cussed me out. She just came out. I got her out. I asked her if she wanted to come pray. I put up candles. I said, "You want to come pray with me for baby Quinton?" And she cussed me out. She said,
Okay,
"I'm not
there was-
fucking scared of you, bitch." I was like,
That baby was scared.
"Well, it's all on my live.
Isn't she
I'll tell you that."
Quinton can't talk, but we can.
Okay. You gotta let her know it's from me. Hey, it's on my live though.
Of
Yeah,
course it
I'll have
is,
to add
Anthony.
you or
It's
whatever.
awful.
We'll figure this stuff out. It's just a Facebook group that I have. Cause I live right here, you know. I got her. She's still outside talking to cops.
Most of the
Same
neighbors
shit
are
she can
not
do.
okay. This.
She's still talking. Yeah.
The cops literally had just left.
Yeah, we've been raising hell. We don't care. Yeah, because of us. We went on the property. We moved all our candles and stuff, and I bought some candles and some pumpkin lights and stuff. I done been here earlier today. I got her out though. So I got her
just
on
am
camera
trying
still.
to
But you
wait for the
can't
part
barely
where the
tell it's her
brother
now.
starts
But I do
talking.
have her voice and her threatening that she ain't scared of us or what I can't remember what she said. But there's a bunch of people here. I'm sure a bunch of us have it.
Quinton. You know where that baby is.
Hey, this is my number, but the girl, this is her phone. She can get you in hold of me. It's Mary Maddox. I had done an interview with Bullhorn Betty, and then I just under it's MARI. It's MADDOX. Mary
I
Maddox.
gotta hop down, Parker, but I'll be
a
back.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for
from
having me up,
Savannah,
guys.
Georgia. And then under my name too. I'm live now, so if you can just Google anybody live in a group, it's an open group, and you can see her. I'm pointing at her now, but you can't really see her.
What's the matter, Billy Joe?
All right, I'm gonna be filming for a minute, guys. All right.
I know, Anthony. I know.
Here, y'all. Here. Whose phone is this?
Can I get a shot of Patron and a cigarette?
That's all they worried about is a damn cigarette. Where's the
Cover up, baby killer.
Baby killer!
Hey, baby, here's your phone. Hey, listen, homeboy. He needs my number. He wants the link to this, but I got her on my camera threatening us. What'd you say? She was gonna kick her ass?
No, she said she ain't scared of us.
Oh, yeah.
Opportunity. Ain't nobody scared. That baby was scared. Nobody's scared. The baby was scared.
We didn't expect you to be scared.
Got a whole memorial in the front yard for a baby. Y'all worried about protesters. Find the baby.
Why can't we put up posters? Justice, no peace. No 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 justice, no peace. I got Billy Joe live right here with Mary with an eye.
No justice, no peace.
I got the baby killer's mama. The
Y'all
cover
made
up.
the news now.
The cover upper.
Y'all got what you wanted.
Her new name's Cover Up. She got the cameras on tonight, but they didn't have them on tonight. The baby got murdered.
Where were those cameras at when that baby went missing?
That's right. They got the cameras on now, though.
Then where are the answers?
So brother's out there now.
You're doing the right thing. Let me tell you. Well, we'd like to. We only know what the news told us. Where the fuck that baby at, bitch? You don't know anything. Where the fuck that baby at? Why didn't you put up posters?
Somebody's gonna get hurt really bad.
Posters for him. You think I'm scared of you? Come on in. Come in the room. Why didn't you put up posters? Let her talk.
I don't fuck with biker whores.
We don't know nothing.
Biker whores. Biker whore. Where's your grandbaby, bitch? You just invited us right in front of these cops to come on your property. We were minding our business. Hey, that's no.
Hey, somebody put some light on her for me. I got two in the car, damn it.
You're blocking this side of the road that can go around that way. You're blocking the road.
Exactly, Anthony. Exactly. You are spot
There's
on.
Alani.
Oh, look, it's the
You are
baby
spot on,
killer.
Anthony.
It's both of them. Yes!
Right there.
Alani's in there too, ain't she?
How's it feel to put your kid in the trash bag?
Y'all, it's both of them.
You fucking whore.
Since we don't know nothing, tell us.
All this does is turn those people, Leilani and Billy Joe, into victims.
Anybody threatening you, motherfucker? You just a lame bitch. You're
We
just a
gotta be
lame
laughing.
bitch.
Where Quinton's
We ain't
dead.
20 months old.
Quinton's dead.
We ain't 20
What do you think that?
Shit,
What do you think that trash can did to his head?
You mad about protesters?
What do you think that trash can did to his head?
Baby is gone.
Man, you don't want to hear that shit, do you, dumbass? Fuck you.
Yeah, we have
Fuck
been
you.
too.
You're begging
Do
the
your
police
fucking
to do.
job, bitch.
Beg them some more. Talk to your daughter.
I'm all about peaceful protest.
So you're telling me that
We're begging the police to do that. Are you kidding me right now?
I'm going to charge you with disorderly conduct.
Oh, yeah?
Okay?
And it real.
That's
If you keep this up,
Come on.
So, okay.
you can't peacefully
So,
protest.
no.
You're not
Okay, I got
peacefully
that.
protesting,
Okay, I'm gonna
dude.
follow the complaint. Your name is Mr. Wong, right?
XU.
Wong.
All right?
That's right.
You're
See?
advised.
Because you want to infringe upon
You
my
are
constitutional
advised to
rights.
not set foot on their property.
This is not their property.
Okay?
Their property is that.
If you set foot on their property, you won't be charged with trespass.
Okay.
Okay.
So what?
Can you
So
hear
so
me?
what's their
Do you
property? Where's their
understand?
property start?
Do you understand that she's gonna get away
Because
with
13
it?
inches on both sides
No,
of the
she's
roadway is a
not.
pedestrian, public access, public easement.
Do you understand she's gonna
Yeah, there's like
Yeah, 'cause the fuckers right there
four
don't let
cops here.
The reason I'm showing this is because we
And
need to understand
Lonnie is here.
this is not the answer.
She's definitely here. Hey, dude, chill out. Last night it was way more peaceful than this. He wasn't here though. Y'all, we was here last night and y'all didn't even get called. Y'all didn't even
See,
get called
that's-
last night while I was here.
Exactly, Anthony. Exactly. Exactly.
Y'all, that's Billy Joe is in there and Alani is in there.
I don't remember them being this bad. Were they with the laundries? I'm sure they were, and I just forgot.
Yeah,
it.
she said she has her cameras on, but she didn't have her fucking cameras on when the baby got murdered.
How do you know? How do you know? And this other guy that's protesting just had his kid taken away from CPS. So
Because I don't have to stay on the side of the road.
They're definitely both in there. Y'all let Bullhorn Betty and Dolly
See?
know for me
See?
that Mary's got the coverage. I got somebody already wanting it. It's my footage.
it's not your footage, sister, when you put it on Facebook Live in a group.
I know where they're at. They're at fucking home, y'all. They're not at the fucking beach. Excuse my French. They're at home, both of them. Her mom's here and her daughter's here.
Supervisor, please.
Y'all won't answer just like we do. Supposedly that's what she claims she won't answer. Whatever. Your daughter killed the baby.
Y'all let Dolly know for me. Messaging.
No justice, no peace.
This is exactly what they've encouraged.
And I also need y'all to
be racking up a $340 bar tab when I could be out looking for my grandchild?
I think so.
let Dolly know.
Anthony, she does every single live. She sounds like this, yeah, and I think she is too. Pamela, yeah, this
I know.
is.
People, it's a small town. It might be big, but it's pretty fucking small.
Look how many times they've called the cops, but they didn't call the cops for the baby.
Yeah, you call the cops for people in front of your house, but you can't call the cops when your child's overdosing.
See? Where are they getting these?
Supervisor, please. Overdosing all your drugs. All y'all have a hand in it now, huh?
Call
Yeah, little brat. You call? Oh, now he calling you little hit buddies, huh?
All they said was we had to stop cussing, and we did.
We
So
did.
we just want answers.
We're not
not
cussing.
on your property either. You have answers. You just want to pretend like you don't.
The First Amendment. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, we're going to protest that. Yes, they're both here. I just told y'all that.
You got a supervisor?
Yes, Liana's here too. They're both here. I just seen
Yeah,
her.
Leilani's right there. She was in that front
I
window
know.
right there.
They're both fucking here.
Yep.
Get on the phone with your lawyers.
I
And you
need,
can ask
dude.
him
I
what to
need.
say to
Where?
us. We'll get it.
Wait, let me. I need to call that dude back. Let him know.
See?
Yeah.
Watch.
Where's Quinton?
Let him know they're both here, or text him.
It's 914.
You can text him or
Justice for
text him my
Quinton.
number. I'm gonna give you my number. Call me and I want to get your number.
Here, call him.
Y'all mad at us?
Oh,
They're
shit.
both here.
She's looking up laws and stuff.
They're both
But
here.
we're mad
Lonnie's
too.
here too.
They're looking up laws.
Yeah, the cop over there was
Yeah.
looking up laws on her phone.
100%.
That's fine. Let them look at laws.
It's hard, dude. I've seen her twice, more than that. I can see her. She'll come out, peep her head out the window, and she's like standing at the door, but it's dark. They have no lights on. I don't know. Look, they moved the whole memorial back like 6 feet.
Yeah, they made it to where people
What?
couldn't even
Did you
drop off
see who
stuff
moved
without
it or
being-
when? That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Well, that's when they, yeah, because I had to work. So, yeah, they're both here, though. They're definitely here. 100%.
They don't know it. I can tell it to them.
No, she haven't. I haven't.
If y'all aren't scared, then why don't
Maybe
you put
it's
up
hard
a
with people
memorial
yelling.
somewhere downtown
I definitely
Savannah?
heard the grandma.
Go over somewhere public. Bring some
there's only
cops over
about,
and all
I
y'all
guess,
can come out there.
10
We'll
of
come,
us.
we'll
There's
show
some
some
people in
support.
their
We'll
cars.
be putting up a
something like
memorial
that.
at Tanger Outlets on the 30th.
Come out to Tanger Outlets
And
on
last
30th.
night it
1
wasn't
p.m. to
either,
6
damn it.
p.m.
But
1
we was
p.m.
here.
to 6 p.m.
But,
Dia de los
almost
Muertos.
enjoyed
Kim
yeah,
this.
she's
said
definitely
it's a
here.
memorial
Fucking
holiday.
You call the cops out and everything.
She
and have them
knows we
escort
know
you.
she's here, too.
1 o'clock to 6 o'clock on the 30th. Please come. If you really care about Quinn, you will come show your support for him.
Yeah,
Show us in a way that we can
I'll
see
save
that
it.
you're worried. Shout our love.
I'll save it. It's gonna be a long live. I have to go through it. Yeah, because it's really hard to see
Tanger
them.
Outlets on the
Like,
30th. 1 to 6.
Just rambling.
it's so dark, but I'll be here.
Right?
I'll see here, and I definitely got the grandma cussing and wanting to fight, and
I
then
think
saying
so.
the police aren't doing their job, and the police are here. When she said it, yeah, in front of the police. She said she wished the police would do her job. I definitely got that on camera.
I know. I'm going to stop it because they're so annoying.
Yeah, I got her screaming it. You know, that you can kind of see her because there was some light on her at that point for some reason. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
There's another hour of that, but I couldn't take any more because the main part I wanted you to hear was Billy Joe coming out. And I wanted you to hear her say, "We're waiting for the cops to do their jobs." Is this Jody shit? Exactly, Anthony. We just heard that firsthand, y'all, from Billy Joe saying they want the cops to do their jobs. And also, like Anthony said, somebody's going to get hurt. We can now see, right, what Billy Bullhorn or whatever and Dolly are. This is their encouragement. This is what's happening. And I stopped it before they started getting, like, I didn't watch all of it, but the next 10 minutes, the cop comes back out and they start calling him Chong and Chang and stuff like that again. Like, this was insane. And then I cut out. I went live because I was so mad. But, like, how can Billy Joe even say that? Now, the things that they were saying, they don't even know what they're talking about. Prove to me, show me anywhere that law enforcement has said that there was blood on the carpet or that there was throw up on the carpet. They have not said anything even remotely close to that. Okay, for number one. And they never said that the baby overdosed. Like, where are these people getting these things? We have zero evidence that tells us, or zero confirmation that even leads us to believe that there was blood found on the carpet and vomit. And at one point, the cop says, well, were you there? That, like, and then for Billy Joe to say, we want the cops to do their jobs is mind-blowing. Yes, at the end of the day, they will be arrested. I mean, that's what's Yeah, LE has said nothing. Nothing. We are going to expect an update from them tomorrow, as it's been said. That they would, but I don't think they're going to give this evidence that everybody wants. I think they're going to tell us that they're still searching. But that is just wild. And so my point is, anybody who is saying like, well, they're doing the work, they're putting in the work, they're get out there and go do it and all this stuff. Why am I going to do that? Why am I going to drive multiple states to hang out in front of a house to, like, redneck, which I'm a redneck, I could say that, argue with Billy Joe to scream things I know nothing about and terrorize officers who've done nothing wrong? Like, yeah, not happening. That's not doing anything at all. And as many times as that lady mentioned those two people, you know who is the ringleaders of this situation. And besides, I would get way to have Billy Joe say, we just want the cops to do their job. That would have sent me right over the board. Right? And then they act so like, well, what do you mean? We're doing a peaceful protest. Come on, you are not. Like, give me a break. And the one dude standing there yelling at Billy Joe, who just had custody taken away of his kids, might want to tone it down a little bit. I want to tone it down. It is. It's very sad. And it's just not the way. And I was just so mad about that. And so I'm just sick of seeing people defend Billy Joe. It's freaking ridiculous. Exactly, Anthony. In fact, at the end of this live, well, not at the end, I didn't watch it all, but at one point, I hear one of the guys say, is that a BB gun? Like, Anthony's right. This, and I agree with what Pamela said up above, this almost seems worse than the laundries. I don't feel like they were, I don't feel that they were as belligerent or, I mean, this downright, I think, could get violent, because here's why I think this is worse. The laundries didn't come out and argue back. You know, they didn't come out and say, I'm not scared of you, come up on my, they just kind of stayed in their house. This family, this family is, well, we heard Billy Joe, I'm not scared of you, come up here, like, this is why it's worse. This is why it's going to get more heated. And this is, this isn't something to mess around with. At least Roberta and, whatever, I can't remember what dad's name is. Panther, oh my God. Panther, sadly, Mary is not invited to the gift exchange this year. Oh my God. But yeah, exactly, Beatlemaniac. This is exactly what they want. Because look, they kept calling law enforcement back. Law enforcement left, they called them right back. They want this. Like, this is for them, sure, because now we've just made them the victims. 100%, Aaron, I agree. This is a totally different situation than the laundries, because it's a child involved, and the people they're protesting aren't putting up with it, and they're coming out like heavy in their little backwoods type way. So Mary is the one that was leading this live, who kept saying, call Dolly, call Bullhorn, whatever it's called, and or whatever Bullhorn or whatever, because they're not there right now. Apparently they're coming back Monday. So she is apparently a neighbor or something, but there's not very many neighbors that I've seen act like this. Yeah, exactly. They're messing with the wrong ones. Billy Joe straight up 18 found like this is backwoods type of crap. Like they're not gonna. This isn't like Roberta Laundry. It's just not. Exactly, Aaron. Like in front of Ruben Flores, right? You've got to know. And so when he said, and this guy said, "Is that a BB gun?" I was thinking, "Oh my gosh, we're about to watch a live, and somebody's gonna shoot somebody. Like they're gonna start like, shooting a BB gun or something. Like this is insane." And the cop that came back said, "Look, I understand peaceful protesting, but we left you. We told you, that at that point the cops had every right to be irritated." Mary talks a lot, rambling. I know. I'm like, what is she like? She just have to override her and go on to the rest of it. And like Melissa Jade said last night, I am 100% okay. Like I think I could completely understand if you want to sit outside the house and you want to protest peacefully, or I am not against that stuff. I am not against that stuff. I'm against this kind of stuff. I'm absolutely against this kind of stuff. What did any of this help other than irritate law enforcement as it should have? This didn't do anything. This doesn't annoy them. It might annoy them, but all Billy Joe and Leilani keep doing is just calling the cops back out. That's it. That's it. They'll just keep calling the cops out. And she'll yell out her door again until somebody's had enough, and then it gets dangerous. And the one guy that was there, he actually scares me a little bit because, so this won't do anything except for there's going to end up being a massive fight or something. Yeah, they're going to be on there for the First Amendment thing. Come on. Like, can we just tone it down? You heard Saturday was someone who has 3 million. Wow, Anthony, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, like somebody's gonna get hurt, and this is worse than the laundries. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't be messing with Billy Joe. Yeah, or Leilani. You've got to understand, right now, Leilani knows she's about ready to be arrested. She has to know that, so she knows she's about ready to be arrested. And I once heard this it was a school shooter that ended up not being a school shooter, and I remember he said a really cool quote, and he said, when you think you have nothing to lose, you have nothing to lose. So Leilani knows she's about to go to jail, and I don't for 1 second think she wouldn't do something and go out with bang. Oh no, Aaron, I completely understand, thank you. What do I think happened, Sandy? I go back and forth on the boyfriend, whether he's involved. I think that she was either getting back at him because he was leaving, or Quinton was crying and she'd had enough. That's the only thing I could think of, is that she had just had enough. The overdose thing I could see happening, but the problem with that is the time frame is a little bit odd to me. So unless he was passed away from the overdose earlier, the timing doesn't match up. I think she knows exactly what she did. I do think her boyfriend was leaving her. Exactly, Anthony, exactly. I'm still trying to figure out when I think it happened. Part of me thinks it happened in the middle of the night, and it might not even have been the boyfriend that texts the babysitter. I still somehow wonder if maybe he was in the shower getting ready for work or something, and she texts the babysitter. But I'm still not convinced that she beat him to death. I just don't. Sandy, yeah. I think it had to have happened in the night because of the time frame. Because if he really just left for work at 6, that's 6 to 7 where something had to happen to that baby, and she got everything cleaned up and ready, to leave. And that's just a really big stretch for me. because she left at 7. I don't think she took him out in the middle of the night, though. I do think she waited. Yeah, right. So her first nail in the coffin was the video. I mean, Ellie does. We're pretty much. I mean, they've pretty much said there's no other more solid evidence that they could possibly have than seeing her at the dumpster on video. And we do know that they said that they had concrete evidence of her putting something in the dumpster. So, yeah, I think that I am going back and forth at whether I think it was premeditated. I don't necessarily know that it was premeditated, like she'd been thinking about it for weeks about when she was going to do it. But I do not at all believe that she was in like this amnesia, dissociative state and did anything. I think she had no connection to 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Yeah, I think that's probably a good estimate that it happened in that time. I think no, the video wasn't released yet. All law enforcement has said, Aaron, was that they have evidence of her to believe that she put him in a dumpster. So I think that that would be Aaron. We have not heard that they believe that the boyfriend's involved, but they haven't cleared him like people say. Really, Anthony? Okay. I think Grandma will face some charges. I do think Grandma will face some neglect charges. I do. I just don't know I just don't know the cause of death. That's what's confusing. But you know what? I said the same thing about Evelyn Boswell. So with Evelyn Boswell, I was certain, or I felt like looking at Megan, I said, there's no way. She had to have, like it had to have been accidental. She had to have OD'd or something like that. And then when the cause of death came out, I realized, okay, I've underestimated, I think, the capability of someone who shouldn't be a mother. Because I think of it as like me, I could never do something like that to hurt my child. So it has to be an accident. But when I saw that Megan came out and it was surely not an accident, then, now I'm looking back going, okay, stop thinking about it as if it's me, because it's not me. This isn't a normal mother. If we look at all the pictures and images, there's very few photos of her with the kids. And it's almost like she doesn't even have the ability to have a connection to the children. Like, it's weird. You know what, Pamela? You're right. You're right. I forgot about that. You're right. Premeditated means that you're right. Yes, the timeline is what is really. Yeah, Kate, I keep going back and forth with that. I think he was leaving her for sure. Yeah, that's possible, Sandy. The buildup started. Yeah, so I think that that's true. I think that there might have been a fight that he was gonna like jump ship, and she was like in an absolute rage or something and did something. And why it was Quinton, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is he was just the one that was in the wrong. He might have woken up and she flipped out. I don't know that part because there's not a whole lot of motive for him. I mean, shouldn't be a motive for any child, but why he seemed to be the targeted one that night, I don't know at all. But I do think police won't go a ton longer. I personally think by next week there'll be an arrest. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I don't think that they'll allow it to go much longer, but I think that they're going to thoroughly, thoroughly search that landfill. I also think there's a little bit of them that is allowing Leilani to bury herself. And we saw a little bit of that last night. They haven't said yet, Aaron, what time. Yeah, I do think, Pamela, I do tend to think there was a disagreement of some sort. And she might have flipped in rage. Yeah, I don't know, Beatlemaniac. Somebody said that that was Tommy, but other people said it wasn't. Yeah, people, I mean, there's been some pretty credible sources, I guess, that have said he passed the lie detector test. But if we know anything about lie detector tests, they're not admissible in court. And really, people have beat them that shouldn't have, and people have failed them that shouldn't have. So, you know, it doesn't mean much. But they definitely have not cleared anybody. And I also think that they might be trying to see about Brother Boy and see his involvement. And if he is involved, and I do think that they're just trying to make sure that they have. Right now, we've said the only suspect is Leilani, but that doesn't mean there's not other persons of interest. I'm puzzled at the fact none of the adults in the home didn't hear anything. Exactly, Toy, exactly. So tomorrow the presser is about the landfill search. Okay. Yeah, I mean, people expecting this giant evidence to be revealed tomorrow. I don't think that's going to happen. We heard the guy from Georgia University talking about why law enforcement is doing what they're doing, and he had, a lot of great points that he said, if they even reveal too much evidence, sometimes if there's another suspect they could possibly be looking at, releasing too much evidence could hurt that case. Like there's just so many ways. Crack is whack. Oh my God, yeah, there. But let's just, there's a lot of people are very concerned right now. And I wasn't before, and I am getting concerned that he's not going to be found. And that horrifies me. Because can it be done that they can stick charges? Packers Burlesque, that charges can stick without a body? It absolutely can. But it's difficult. Exactly, Sandy. It will be very difficult because they have to prove that Quinton exists. And what I mean by that is, like we've talked about, they have to link Quinton to the person in the dumpster or whoever she threw in the dumpster, I know, Toy, I know. But, all right, y'all, well, I'm going to hop off of here. It's 11:30. Oh, my goodness. It's way past my beauty sleep. But now I'm always up researching this. And researching and researching and research. There's so many cases right now I'm researching, so. Panther, I appreciate y'all. And I think one lesson we can take away from this is how not to peacefully protest. That's what I do here. I let you guys, I teach you lessons. Parker, she killed her son. That's a personal crime. Exactly, Anthony. That's true, Anthony. You're right. Right. All right, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later.